For exercise 11.1, which is on page 141 in your book, we're going to create a new project called Cards, but I want you to do something a little bit differently than you've done before. So you're going to do your Java application, and we're going to name it Cards, but don't hit enter yet. So down here when it says create a main class, and it's going to call it Cards, we're going to switch that. We're going to call the main class, we're just going to call it main. Because whenever the program asks us to create a new class, we know that we need to have multiple classes. Our main one that has the main program in it, plus we want to have the other class program. So what we're going to do here, so now the main one is in my default package. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to go new, whoops, and then I'm going to do a new Java class. And this one I'm going to call Card. Did I say I call it Cards? Yes. So it's going to be called the Card class. And then I'm going to hit finish. And so now you can see I have two different classes here, which is just what I want. So I know in some of the earlier programs, some of you are having trouble with that. So that's how you do. So you want your main to be separate when they say to add a new class. Okay, now that we have our two classes, I just brought up on the side here the exercise so we could look at this. The first part of the assignment is to really just set up the card class, and they have a whole bunch of things that they want us to do here, and it might seem a little overwhelming at first, but really all of this stuff you can find back in the notes. So the first section, so the card class is at the beginning of this. It's section 11.2 on page 132. So I'm just going to scroll up to show you where it is. Okay, and I have it highlighted here. So we're going to just populate this card class right here. So we're going to integer, we're going to have two of them, suit and rank, and then public card, curly brace, enter, tab in, this dot suit equals 0, semicolon, and this dot rank equals 0, semicolon. When we go out of that, we hit enter a couple times. Public card, this is the one that's taking parameters, suit, int rank, curly brace, enter, tab in, this dot suit equals suit, semicolon, this dot rank equals rank, semicolon. So that's the first piece that you have to set up. And then they're saying they want the print card method. And look, the print card method is coming right after that. So they talk about how you can set up the elements in the array. And so they're saying here that, suits of 0 are clubs, suits of 1 are diamonds, suits of 2 are hearts, suits of 3 are spades. So they give a lot of the background, and they tell you again how you can initialize the suits. These are two different ways of doing it. You guys learned them before. And then this is the code. So they're showing you sort of how they can do the code. And in here in terms of ranks, so do you see how they put narf in the beginning? Some people just put blank. They just put the quotation marks for the blank because we know we count at 0. So this is the 0th place. I can never say that. And this is the spot 1 in the indices, and this is spot 2. So it makes more sense, so that you don't get screwed up, to have 2 in the 2 spot and 3 in the 3 spot and 4 in the 4 spot. But since they start at 0, you have to put something in there because you can't have that blank. And so they put narf. You can just put quotations. But this down right here, so public static void print card. So this is when they said they need you to do the print card method. Right here is where it is. So again, just go through your code. You're going to take this and you're going to type it up. You're going to type a method, but you're going to make sure you put the method inside the class. And then you're going to go, and the print deck method is down a little bit. That's actually 11.7. It's kind of funny. They put them a little bit out of order. So print deck method right here. And then if you go up, yeah, this is the way. So this is how you build builds the deck. So this is the easiest way to populate the deck with cards is to write a nested loop. And so they don't put the code in here yet, but this is the code that you would use. And how you would populate the card. So this is basically saying it's going to go through. So if you look at this code, it's a for loop, right? And you're going to look at the suit and remember that the suits had multiple, when they looked at them, they numbered them 0 to 3 because there's 4 different kinds of suits. And so as long as it is, and so since the counter is at 0, we're going to get 4 suits by doing a less than or equal to 3, right? Because this is going to be the first suit, and then 1 will be the second suit, 2 will be the third suit, and 3 will be the fourth suit. And that's just because this starts at 0. And then this is the incrementer. It's going to go up. So this is going to get through each suit because there's 4 different suits in a deck of cards. And then within each suit, you need to have all of the ranks. So rank is going to be 1, and it's going to go through 13. So remember, it's going to start at ace, and it's going to go all the way up. And so this is how you're going to populate the deck of cards. And so then you're going to do the deck index, right? And you're going to make a new card, and you're going to give it a suit, and you're going to give it a rank. And then you're going to increase the index by 1. This is your count right here. So it's going to count your index. And so we're going to end up going to, so if we do 13 4 times, and that's going to give us 52, which is a full deck of cards. So if you put this code into your class, then you're going to be well on your way to getting your program done.